I'm Dr. John LaMattina, and my book is entitled Drug Truths, Dispelling the Myths About Pharmaceutical R&D. I was in the pharmaceutical industry for 30 years. I started out as a bench chemist, synthesizing compounds. Over my 30-year career, I rose to different levels of responsibility, and in my last 4 years, I was the head of all of Pfizer R&D. Drug Truths was written to dispel the myths about the pharmaceutical industry. Many mistruths have been spoken over the years in popular press. Things like the pharmaceutical industry doesn't care about diseases of the third world. The pharmaceutical industry invents diseases. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't care about the safety of new drugs. Things that are patently absurd, but yet are not really counteracted in the press and literature. It was the purpose of this book to dispel those myths with not only the facts, but also within each myth giving a real-life drug discovery story where one can appreciate what goes into the discovery and development of a new medicine. One myth is that the industry invents diseases. People make it seem like you just sit around in a room and say, I've got it, I've got this new disease, let's go out and discover a new drug for it. The fact of the matter is, to get a new drug approved for a so-called new disease, you have to both have the FDA in cahoots with you because they have to approve the clinical trials that you would want to do to get such a new drug approved. You'd have to have physicians as part of this plot who would agree that they would prescribe drugs for this so-called new disease. You'd have to have payers willing to pay for the new drug, then people willing to take it. To invent the disease, you would need to have all of these elements of society banding together to fool everybody. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not something done in a fly-by-night operation. Long bits of work with doctors and regulatory agencies, along with extensive clinical trials to show that a drug does work in that condition. It is hard work to do, but when it works out, it's beneficial to millions of people around the world. This book was written, hopefully, for anybody who had an interest in new medicines, who had an interest in healthcare, and wanted to understand better what the pharmaceutical industry brings to the table. People need to read Drug Truths and get a sense of what the industry is about, what it does, and the value it brings to society. And I think that's important right now because with the various changes being made in healthcare around the world, there's a chance that more and more cuts will occur towards supporting the industry and the work that it does. And I think that's a big mistake. Ironically, at a time when more is known about biology and genomics and the human body, less research is being done to try and exploit that knowledge. And that's going to set back the discovery of new compounds to treat debilitating diseases for years.